Hello, VAC fans. As you know, this Bissell Powerforce compact down here is my latest acquisition, and it's done fairly well. We're going to try some more baking soda in the carpet test. And if you notice over here, this is my current winner. So I've got 6 bagless vacuums right now, and this one right here wins by quite a bit. And this one right here, DC65, at a much higher price than the Hoover wind tunnel, is the biggest loser. That one loses by quite a bit. So, what will this very inexpensive vacuum do? So, we have 200 millimeters of baking soda in this tube. I'm going to do a pre-vacuum, and we'll go ahead and put the baking soda in and start measuring. 60 long and boring passes. I have a brand new filter in here. Everything else has been completely clean. Clean brush roll and brand new belt. So this is as good as it's going to get. So here we do the pre-vacuum. We have 10 passes. Oh, and just in case you're unaware, there is a squeegee right here, and that may affect the tests. It might help, it might hurt. Don't know. We're going to find out. Alright, so let's see what we have in a pre-vacuum here. Looks like we have maybe a tiny bit of carpet dust. That's about it. I'll just dump that out. No flour, obviously. And getting the flour out of this bin might be a little more difficult than other bins, just because of the way that you try to get it out. Alright, so 200 millimeters of Arm & Hammer baking soda, and a whole lot of passes. This machine, as I mentioned before, is harder to push forward than it is to pull backwards, and that's because of that squeegee. I'm going to stop every 10 passes and continue to measure and then add it up, and then I'll post the results in the description. And probably, like I've just done my airflow box, I guess like a partial animation, maybe I'll do that with these too, because now this is bagless machine number 6. Alright, so I don't see any flour, at least from my angle. Let's do the first 10 passes. It's kind of awkward. I just want to make sure that that's a nice tight seal. Okay, it is. Here we go. First 10 passes. Alright, 10 passes. Well, it doesn't look like a whole lot. The airflow, by the way, 39 CFM at the nozzle, and that is with new filters. So I think there's probably still like a little bit stuck in the sides. It's kind of hard to get out, but you know, it is what it is. And First 10 passes, here's the bottom. It looks like there's a little bit in there. I mean, really, really tiny. Brand new filter. There was about, I think, a 4 or 5 CFM difference in switching out my old filter with the new filter. All right, so that's what we got. I get to pick out a little bit of bonus material, a little bit of fluff right there. Separate that out. Got another little piece right here. I don't know, maybe that's a lot. Come to think of it, that might be more than you think. Well, who knows? It's always a surprise. Right, make sure that there's nothing else weird in there. You know, if this thing does phenomenally well, I'm going to guess that's probably because it's got a fairly aggressive brush roll. It's not insane, but it's aggressive. You can hear it. And it's got that squeegee, which makes it really awkward to push, but it could pick up stuff fairly well. All right, here we go. Oh man, this is a lot. This is a lot. Wow. Wow. All right, so, jeez. We line this up. We are looking at a chart topping. Yes, it is. Best I've ever measured. 100, and I'm going to call that 144 millimeters. 144 in the first 10 passes. That is number one, at least in my 6. That is really something. So I hope you can see that. The camera's still in focus. Wow. That's, I mean, you're talking over 70% recovery in the first 10 passes. That's really fantastic. Well, you know what? It's got to be because you've got a very aggressive brush roll and you've got that squeegee. Bissell knew what they were doing with that squeegee. They really, really did. And it really, really makes a difference. All right, let's make sure that we are still in focus. Had a funny feeling we weren't. Should that seal up again? All right, next 10 passes. We're going for 20 passes. Finished with 20 passes. I'm still shocked with the first 10. And by the way, if you see this video posted, it's because, just want to check this, I'm confident in the results. I will repeat this test most likely a few more times because that's a tremendous result. I mean, that really is. And yes, I go through all the steps to reset the carpet and whatnot. I want tests that are accurate and repeatable. That's always my goal here at Vac Lab, to be sure. And I'd like to make it to where the average person, frankly, if they had an interest, could do these tests at home and come up with the same kind of results. All right, so we obviously have picked up much less the second round, but there's much less to pick up. Look at that. All right, let's add to the pile. What are we up to now? This is just tremendous. All right, we are looking at, get a reading. This is insane. 17 millimeters out of 20. So we're at about 85%. 85% pickup. Wow. That is chart-topping performance. And you know what? It's not because of great suction, and it is not because of great airflow. I'm sure a Kirby could do incredibly well because of its tremendous airflow, but Kirbys don't have a squeegee. Maybe the key to picking up little tiny amounts of things not stuck too far down into the pile is get yourself a squeegee. Oh, brother. All right, let me make sure we're still in focus here. Okay, here we go. 30 passes. Oh, see, look at that. I did not get that bin on there. Takes a little bit to get that bin on right. All right, here we go. Hang on. Yep, okay. Here we go. 30 passes. There's not much left to get. Right, just finished 30 passes. Can't be that much left. Ah, there's pretty much nothing. Not picking up anything anymore. But it got most of it up to begin with. Got some bonus material here. You know, it's really just carpet fibers at this point in time. But we're still going to add it up. I'm going to do all 60 passes. Alright, so 30 passes, and we are now up to to 175 millimeters, or 17.5 centimeters. You can see that? Wow, 175 in 30 passes. The wind tunnel max back there in the back on your screen, you can see that. That one did the same 175, I think, but it took 60 passes. So this one did it in 30. But the first 10 count the most, because how many people are going to do this many passes? I mean, really? Seriously? Okay, here we go for 40 passes. There is not much left to pick up. Okay, 40 passes, and you know what? Let's check this bottom cup. See if there's anything in there at all. So 40 passes. It's just carpet fluff. Let's check the bottom, see if there's anything accumulating. Yeah, well, nothing that I can get out of it anyway. Yeah, there's just nothing really there. This filter here is beginning to lighten up. Here it is turned inside out. So you can see flour is getting in here, right? And there's that wonderful new pleated filter in there. So this is washable. Reminds me of my lawnmower filter, frankly. Okay, 40 passes, and this looks like, look at that, static electricity, fairly low humidity here. It is January of 2018, so it's kind of cold. Yeah, you know what, that's like mostly carpet fluff. You see, not really much in there at all. I don't know if that's even amount to a millimeter. Okay, 40 passes. We are at 40 passes. I think it's probably just about done, but That's really something. 40 passes, 177 millimeters. That's really fantastic. Let's see if I can hold that right, or I can show you. 177. Really incredible. So again, the first 10 passes are honestly where it's going to count anyway. So this thing is fantastic for picking up lots of fine dust. All right, now we're going for 50 passes. And there's just, yeah, there's nothing there. Nothing worth mentioning. A little bonus material, and that's all we got. Even if I kind of assemble it a little bit here, doesn't amount to much. All right, we're almost done with the test. If you're still watching, fast forward a little bit to the end. We're almost there. All right, we are looking at now 50 passes. I don't think it moved the needle much. 177. So it's definitely done picking up. It can't pick up anything else, but there's barely anything else left to pick up. So 177 millimeters, almost 180 or 18 out of 20 centimeters. That's really something. Okay, last 10 passes. Really fantastic performance. A lot of people kind of poo-poo these machines, and I am sure that they don't do well in other areas, but if this is all you want to spend, you know what? They work. And this machine's from 2013, so it's a number of years old. All right, final 10 passes. Going for 60. All right, 60 passes. I can't believe there's anything there that's meaningful. And that is just carpet fluff. And that's all we got. Okay, so we're definitely done. I'm sure that's not going to move the needle appreciably. And we are looking at, after 60 passes, a grand total beating every other bagless machine I have here. Dysons, Hoovers, etc. We are looking at 170, it's the same thing. I don't think it changed anything. Did I say 178? No, 177, that's it. 177 out of 200 millimeters, almost 180, almost, man, that's like 90%. That's almost 90%. And I did that a little while ago. That is really incredible. Sheesh. So, let's see. I have to crown a new winner. I do. So, here we go. Leader of the pack. Really, really inexpensive. Bissell. Knox. The equally fairly inexpensive Hoover really knocks it clean out of the ballpark here. I mean, incredible. And of course, if you remember looking back at this guy, the DC-65 Animal just simply never had a chance. So, wow. Guess what? This thing doesn't do well in other areas, I suppose, but sand pickup, I think was pretty good. And the baking soda, wow. 2 big thumbs up. Thanks for watching.